All right, here we go, pushing right on into our Tuesday afternoon. Again, hopefully your Tuesday morning went well, and it is going to be one of those days where some folks will see rain, some folks will not see rain, and by the end of the day, unfortunately, some of you out there will be precipitation frustrated, while other folks again pick up some pretty good rainfall totals. The way it looks right now, we've got another opportunity of some tropical rain in the area as we go through the afternoon. In fact, it's a 50-50 shot if you see it or not here in the Metroplex. Now, my daytime high of 90, that's going to be a little variable, right? If you do happen to see rain in your area, obviously your temperature is going to be held down. If you don't see any rain in your area, then again, you're going to be on the hotter side and the more humid side, again, right around 90 again by late afternoon. So these were rainfall totals from this morning and overnight. Notice most of North Texas simply put missed out on the rain. Again, we had the complex of, it was kind of thunderstorm activity, but more heavier rain by the time it made its way into North Texas up along our Red River Valley. And again, you can see locations like Montague County picking up 1 3/4, and then all the way back over through Texoma-land, almost 3 inches of rain overnight. Again, meanwhile, out in our far western counties, that was more of a soaking rain out there, an old-fashioned Texas soaker, 2 to even 3 inches of rain from Erath County up through Palo Pinto County, all the way up to parts of Young's County as well. So a good rain there. Like I mentioned, a lot of us missed out overnight this morning, but again, more rain is on the way today. Now, the good news is, even though we're anticipating some tropical rain, no flooding like we saw about a week ago. None of that is in the forecast, so no widespread flooding. Localized street ponding, localized street flooding could be possible. And again, the other good news piece of this, no severe weather anticipated with any of this activity whatsoever. So you see the little black line as we're trying to connect the weather pieces of the puzzle now. That is an outflow boundary. That has to do with rain and storms from yesterday evening and overnight. Put out some rain cooled air, kind of a mini cold front, if you will. And then, of course, yesterday we were talking about all the heavy rain down in the Houston area. That was a fetch of tropical moisture overnight that pinwheeled out of the Gulf of Mexico. It's now centered across parts of central Texas. So you take that tropical moisture, we've got a boundary, and then we're going to apply some daytime heating. All of that is going to be kind of the trifecta, if you will, to get these scattered showers and thunderstorms to develop as we go through the afternoon. Now, the other piece of this, the August cold front, that of course we were talking about yesterday, it really stalled out across parts of Kansas and Oklahoma. It really never made it anywhere further to the south. But because it triggered rain and storms in Oklahoma, and some of that activity made it into North Texas, the rain cooled air, again associated with those, gave us the outflow boundary. So it's kind of the weather chain reaction, if you will. Even though that boundary never made it, we have another boundary, and again, it's basically still the same forecast. We're going to have our opportunity of rain as we go through the day. So kind of interesting, right, how that turned out. So looking here at the heavy rain zone as we go through the afternoon, again, like I mentioned, widespread flooding not in the forecast. Locally heavy rain with localized street ponding, that is in the forecast as we go through the afternoon. Interstate 20 to the south, that's going to be the better opportunity of rain as we do go through this afternoon. I think the model's probably underplaying this just a little bit. I think the coverage may be a little bit better. Again, like I mentioned, Interstate 20 and locations off to the south. Otherwise, as we go forward in time, talking now more about the holiday weekend, the summer heat dome, you can see kind of that donut hole centered out there across the Great Basin. The summer heat dome stays at base, so our temperatures will be at or below normal. But early next week, though, I am going to be watching one more storm system. It's going to come around the periphery of that summer heat dome, and by Wednesday of next week, I think we're going to have another opportunity of rain and storms, but we may even be talking about some stronger storms. So more on that as we get a little bit closer in time. So lower 90s for daytime highs. Again, it's going to be kind of spotty depending on if you see rain or not. 40, 50, 60% rain opportunity. You see it right there. Back down into the 70s for overnight lows. And then as we go through tomorrow, more in the way of lower 90s, 91, 92. Those numbers will be fairly common around the area. So there are your rain chances. Again, we'll call it about a 50-50 shot though for today. In fact, even on Thursday, I did go ahead and up our rain probabilities on Thursday to right around 40%. Otherwise, we do taper the rain chances off heading into the holiday weekend. Temperatures trending below normal. A lot of 90s and 91 showing up right there, really for Labor Day weekend in North Texas. Things looking pretty good. And then, like I mentioned, by the middle of next week, here comes that next storm system. And again, there may be an opportunity of some rain, some thunderstorms in the area, and again, possibly even an opportunity of some stronger storms as well. More on all of that as the hour rolls along.